Hello, welcome to my channel. So I am doing a quick video slash I guess just to let you guys know a little bit more about me and why I decided to have kids, and why we decided to have them now. Because me and my husband have only been married for like a few months now, and we've only been together for 10 months? Yeah, 10 months. We have not been together for very long at all. And we decided to have kids like as soon as we got together, and we actually decided it together. We weren't like, okay, what happens, I guess. We just decided first we decided first we wanted him, and we decided to just start trying. But we were thinking we would get pregnant right away, though. That's one thing that was I remember we were thinking we would have probably our baby by now. Which was funny. Well, I did anyways. Dagan thought, because I think he thinks because he's always thinking overweight women do struggle more to conceive easier, because he doesn't know much about the TTC world. So, of course, he thinks things like that, which is pretty annoying. He loves me, and he doesn't really care that I'm overweight. He just knows that weight can affect things. But I know tons of women that got pregnant right away being overweight. I know tons of women that just have healthy babies being being way overweight too. And I don't know, I don't feel like it matters. I feel like it depends on the person, depends on your hormones and everything else, because you can be very skinny and still have hormone issues or still have PCOS, and I feel like it really doesn't matter. But I know that it does boost fertility when you start eating better and start working out. And so that is why I do that. It's mostly only really because I want a baby. Because I wouldn't be really, I don't know, right now trying to lose weight aggressively, because I don't know, I'm very confident in my own skin right now. I've lost 50 pounds before and got down to my goal weight before, and I was super confident and it felt great, of course. I don't know, I'm just realized that even being at that weight and the weight I am now is I just feel like I can be fine who I am now too. I love to eat. And if I'm overweight, oh well. If I lose weight, then let me lose weight. I don't really I guess look at weight like a serious issue. Overweight, it can make you feel like when you're overweight that's the issue. I have felt like that a lot of times. Definitely because when I did see a doctor about not having positive OPKs for a few months, and when I did have that cyst on my ovary, it was the first thing they said was oh, well, you're overweight and you do fucking qualify for losing weight with surgery. And it's that was the only thing she really talked about. She was just oh, the OPKs is weird. That's weird. And was yeah, it's weird. That's why you should probably, recommend testing or something. It's just was really rude of them to just bring up your weight right away when you go talk to a doctor about what you're struggling with in fertility, because a lot of doctors will bring up the weight right away and never look at anything else. And so definitely look for a new doctor. That's why I made like 4 different appointments for 4 different clinics this month and next month, because I want to find a doctor that just won't look at my weight like as the only thing that's making me not have, not have a baby right now and having fertility issues. I want them to actually treat me like they would treat any other woman going in there that is, the healthy weight. Like, I don't think it really matters. Like, I know that there's tons of other things that can keep us from having babies, so they should do all the testing. They should recommend medication and everything else to overweight women. The same things they would recommend to women of a healthy weight. That's what I believe they should be doing. But of course they don't. But I know that there is doctors that do, so that's why you just keep looking for a doctor until you find one. Which is hard right now too, to find a doctor, because I am traveling with my husband because he is a traveling wind technician. So we're actually like on the move like all the time. Like, the longest he's ever stayed at a site is like 6 months or so, and so we're able to actually rent out the place if he stays that long. Like, when I first met him, he actually was living in that big house, like 3 bedrooms and everything else, which was nice to be like. That's, I think, more why we were like deciding to start a family, because he was living in such a big house and we were like, there's too many empty rooms. And I think when you're living in such a big house, and I think this is why a lot of people decide to have kids, with all these empty rooms, they should fill them. And even though we were renting and we knew we want to be there forever, it was just like, oh, all this empty room, what to do with it? But that wasn't the only reason. We just definitely wanted a kid because, I don't know, we felt like we were meant to be together, and we knew that we'd both be awesome parents. And he wanted babies with someone to, like, sooner or later with his wife. And since we like realized we were gonna be married for sure, we were like, fuck it, let's just try to have our babies. Definitely, since he wants 10 kids. Ladies, he wants 10 kids. I'm like, I will see how many I pop out. I don't really know what will happen. I don't really care if I get 20. Like, I'll be happy. But really, right now, I don't think it's going that way, because I've already been trying 8 months. If I was going to have 10 kids by age 35, yeah, I would need to have one every year. And that's pretty hard to do when you already taking 8 months to conceive. So it probably is not going to happen. And he knows that now. Like, we talked about this. Like, he's all like, yeah, I'm okay with like 4 kids. I'm like, hopefully I could get to 4 kids too. I really would just be happy with just 1 at least. And then if I get more babies after that, like, I really hope after I've had just 1 that TTC won't be as hard either. Like, I won't even care about TTC as much afterwards. Like, I probably won't really be trying, hopefully. Not like go all crazy stressed out about getting a whole bunch of things. Just use like special lube, because I know I want to keep having kids or whatever, and keep eating healthy or whatever to try to have a baby. And probably just keep like taking prenatals and stuff after like 6 months postpartum or something. Like, okay, I'll start doing prenatals and I'll start using lube. But I'm probably, hopefully, not going to go too crazy about it. And just let it happen, because I'll be okay with just having a baby after I have my first, whenever God sees fit to have my second baby, pretty much, because I would be okay with that. But yeah, that's mostly why we decided to have a baby, is just because we felt like it was right in the right timing. Even though we didn't save any money, even though we're young, we're 24, both of us. He is, 24 now. um, we're still really young, and we don't have our own house. I don't work. I'm a stay-at-home wife, pretty much in hotels right now because because we're traveling around all the time. I used to be a vet tech for animals, but I can't do that at all right now because we're always traveling around. It's a little different. Like, I know people are all like, why can't you be a traveling vet tech? Like, it's not really like nurses for people. Like, it would be different if I was a nurse for people, but I could go to work for a month or a few months, or whatever, and do like temporary work if I really decided to. But me and my husband decided that it's just better for me to be a stay-at-home wife because he's very traditional. He really likes when a woman stays home and does the chores at home. And it helps him a lot, and it helps the house a lot, the household a lot, because then I can cook and clean and have everything cleaned when he gets home, have his laundry clean for the week, so he doesn't have to worry about anything except working and making money for us. And he makes enough money for the both of us, and and more some, more some, yeah, because he makes really good money with his job, which I'm so grateful for. So we don't have to worry about money, and we know, even though we haven't saved anything, I know that we're not gonna have to worry about money when the baby does come. Like, he worries all the time because he's a man, and they worry about financial issues. He worries that we're not gonna have enough for the baby, which I don't believe we won't. Like, we will be fine, and he will realize that we'll be fine. And yeah, because we're doing fine now, as long as the baby has a roof over its head and two loving parents. The baby will be okay. Like, yeah, because that's definitely something people think is weird, when young adults decide to have kids without saving up any money. But I believe, it's never the right time to have a baby. That's what I believe. So even if you saved all the money in the world, like, it's still a lot of money. It's still gonna be hard. Like, we're gonna be having struggles, but we will get through it. I know that for sure. But we have an RV now, which I love, because we decided to get this because we are trying to have a baby. An RV, because we could have just stayed in hotels and traveling around in hotels or rentals, short rentals, but we thought it would be way easier. Also, because we have 2 cats and 2 dogs, that is really hard to travel around with our animals in the car. We used to have a lizard, which was really hard to travel in a car with, but we decided that was just too much to be traveling around with a lizard. And another reason why we decided to get the RV, because we don't want to have to give up our pets for, traveling around, because it is really hard to travel around with 2 cats in the car too. And we love our cats to dearest. Like, we loved our lizard. It was really hard, but we knew that because he needed heat for like the whole time in his little carrier thing, like, we were able to do that, but sometimes the car wouldn't like give off heat, or to the plug-in, or other things would happen, and it was scary because I didn't want him to die. And so it was like, we can't do this to him anymore. Like, the cats, the only thing with the cats is, like, they needed to get used to it. Like, now they're good in the car, but they needed to get used to the car. But yeah, it's like we were just struggling to have all. And also with our small little car, we had a little tiny Veloster, Hyundai Veloster, that was the tiniest car in the world. And barely any of our animals fit in there. Like, it was hard to travel around in that car with all of our stuff and everything. So yeah, we got an RV to help with the moving, like, of the animals and to help with us having a baby. We got a vintage RV, so we remodeled it and it looks amazing. Now I'm gonna put photos in here. But yeah, it looks amazing, and we know that there's enough room for all of us, all the animals, and at least one baby. We are deciding to actually save up money and make our credit better to actually get like a way bigger RV down the road, because we know that that RV is a bit small. No, it's a vintage RV. It's 30 years old. And it had all the hookups and everything working, water and electricity. It just needed a remodel, like, bad. It was pretty bad when we got it. Like, I'll show you some photos of before too. But we got it all done. It's good now. I love how it looks. We still have a few more things to do. Like, that's why we're not using it right now and staying in a hotel right now, because our windshield needs replaced, and that's like gonna be a $2,000 fix that we had to save up for. So we're like keeping also the cats with my mom, because my not fiance, oh my god, it's only been a few months, husband is or my husband, that's what I'm trying to say, my husband flipped his car a few months ago, before we got to Iowa. And that was really annoying. I mean, I was so glad he was okay. I was so glad, because it was scary. Like, that little Hyundai kept them safe. Even our big dog was in there, and apparently the back window broke, and Gil just like ran out of the car, and it was like, I'm out of here. I don't know what happened, but I am leaving. he had to get Gil back after that, because Gil was like just like running around and like, this is crazy, what happened? But I'm so glad that he was okay. Like, I saw the car and it was for sure totaled. I mean, any car that flips gets totaled. He flipped on like my mom's like road, like dirt road to her house, so it wasn't any cars or anything nearby. It was him flipping because he did like a crazy turn. And this is why he doesn't have a flip and a sports car no more sports cars, because apparently my little sister was in there and she was like, he was driving like a mad lad, and he was turning the wheel like trying to drift. I think she's over exaggerating. But he does drive crazy, and he would drive crazy in that sports car. But he probably was just like driving like probably a little bit too fast or something. I don't know the whole story, but I'm just glad my little sister and everybody was okay. Nobody was hurt at all. Like, that little Hyundai kept you safe. If you want a safe car, get a Hyundai Veloster. But we're never getting one again, because it was too tiny for us and our family that we're trying to have, which she wants 10 kids. So we decided to get a like way bigger car, which we're getting in like hopefully this week. We just were able to pay his friend payments until we could get the car, which is awesome. He helped us tons, because we just got the RV when he totaled his car. So we were like already trying to buy a bunch of things for the RV remodel, and we would have had the windshield done already if he didn't flip the car, but we were like, things happen. So, but we knew we needed the car first before the windshield and everything, because the car is a little bit more important since we're traveling around. And for the RV, because the RV is so old, we wanted a car just in case we ever need to drive to get parts or something, like in emergencies, we just have a car. So yeah, we like went and bought us a different car, a new car, because our insurance was also being idiots. Don't get Progressive. Progressive sucks. They wouldn't give us any money for the Hyundai or the windshield for the RV, so we are never getting Progressive again. They don't help us ever. So yeah, we have to pay everything out of pocket for everything. But yeah, we like are getting our car this week, and it's going to be a big, way bigger car, like an SUV kind of looking car, but it's not like gigantic. And it's a Mercedes Benz. I didn't realize we would get such a fancy car, but his friend's helping us out, and his friend is saying this car is amazing, it works great, everything's good on it. And so we're like, okay, let's try this car out. And it's gonna be way bigger, so our animals will fit in it, our stuff will fit in it, and so traveling will be a lot easier. And then it's also not too big too, where we can pull it behind our RV. And that's mostly why we got it, because it's not too gigantic, but also fits way better than that smaller little Hyundai Veloster we had. Yeah, so that is what's going on with that. I wanted to talk a little bit about the cyst I was having. The cyst I had, I meant to bring it up earlier in this video, but yeah, I was just to do a brief thing on my cyst I had a few months ago, because I know few people are probably gonna wonder why or what happened. An ovary cyst I had in my left ovary, I found out because I was having really painful sex and really like hurtful side pains on my left side, like around down there. And I was like, what is going on? It sucks. So I went to the doctor's, the emergencies room, and the doctor felt that my left ovary was like feeling bigger. So he went to get me an ultrasound, and an ultrasound did determine that I did have a left ovary cyst, which apparently is normal and happens during ovulation. That is why I'm thinking I did ovulate, but I read online it can happen with a failed ovulation. So that's why I'm thinking that could happen too, because maybe I'm trying to ovulate and it fails. I'm not sure. That's why I'm hoping that's not the case. And that's why I'm hoping all this testing and stuff will help me this next coming week. Yeah, my left ovary cyst wasn't too much to deal with. Like, it went away, the pain, after a few weeks, but it made my period like 2 weeks late. Like, I was thinking I was pregnant that month, because I am super regular. It always comes 27, 28 days. So when I was 2 weeks late, I was like, I'm freaking pregnant. But apparently these negative tests and these tests don't work. Or something's going on. I was thinking the test didn't work. I got so many blood tests. I went to the doctor like a few times because I was thinking I was pregnant. But then when I got that ovary pain and left side pain and I went to the emergency room, that's when I figured out I had that cyst, and that's why I was late and everything else. So yeah, just pay attention to your body, people. If you're getting negative tests and you're in pain, then you should get checked out for if you have cysts. Because those cysts can get way bigger, and it could be a problem and issues with your ovaries, or give you issues with your ovaries if they get too big. That's why it's a good idea to get checked out. Because yeah, that ovary pain wasn't very fun, but it didn't last very long and it went away. And that's how I know the cyst is gone now, because I'm not feeling any pain anymore. And that's what the doctor was saying. It would go away on its own with my menstrual cycles. So yeah, I'm just like, okay. But after that, my periods have been getting lighter. So I don't know what's going on with that. And that's why I'm trying to talk to the doctor about this. But actually, this month, my periods are a lot heavier than they have been. So I'm glad. And I've been getting cramps too, because the last 2 cycles, I didn't get cramps either. So I was like, these don't seem like periods. This is really weird. But I'm glad that it seems more like a period this time. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys more about why me and my hubby decided to have kids, why just a bunch of different things about my life and about me, I guess, so you learn a little bit more about me. I made this video super long but if you want, yeah, just wanted to let you guys know a little bit more about me since I'm doing this YouTube, and it probably helps to know more about us and more about what's going on with my life. So yeah, just like and subscribe. Keep following my journey. Hopefully it's not gonna be a super long journey. Also, check out my dogs. Stop being annoying. Always in the morning he does this. Always messing with Jackie. You guys could see my hotel room. Pretty nice. You guys done? Gil, you done? Yeah, you done? So cute.